but there is a fucking president. Why does every dumbass need a side? I ain't on any motherfucker's side. Fuck your side. No matter who you are, fuck your side. Let me guess, dude, you're the guy that stays at home and doesn't vote on election day, right? Ooh, what's this?
Have a pass. Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Let's join. Now these fucking. How about fucking knots? Nigga. That's yours. Have a pass. Yeah. Yeah. Bro.
Oh my fucking god. The kid said the N word with not a hard R. Honestly, completely uncalled for. I understand dude felt a certain way. It could have been handled. Oh my god. What are you doing with somebody like that in your house? Yeah, we get it. It's not just a word. We get it. He shouldn't have said it. And I bet that's not even his house. That's the problem. That's the problem. Holy shit. If anyone ever did that to me or somebody in my house, talk about a hard lesson, okay? And speaking of racism, good on these people in Sanatobia. And there's so many people. I gotta do a post about this. There's so many people. Pretty Ricky. Galveston. Thought it was Galveston. Whatever. There are people out here, and you can tell this is their way of defending what happened without having to say they're defending what happened. That they're going, like, how is it Walmart's fault? How is it Walmart's fault? That's like not what we're talking about. I wonder if Sanatobia is a hashtag. What was it, Alabama? Or was it Mississippi that this happened in? One of those fucking hick states. does Walmart have to do with it? Walmart was just doing its job. Ooh, I wonder if Walmart is hashtagging Wal. Nope, which is good. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot with this story. A lot of people seem to be defending this murder without saying out loud that they defend this murder by using Walmart as a euphemism. What does Walmart have to do with it? Walmart was just doing its job. Walmart needs to take care of these fill in expletive of your choice. But I don't know. What the? Okay. Yeah, we've all seen this video of the dad with the young girls going viral. But the guy got fired. You could confiscate 100% of Elon's wealth and pay for 5 months worth of 5 months worth of Social Security and Medicare. These people are off their fucking nut. We pay Israel more than enough to cover health care for people for like 2 years at a time than what this asshole is saying we could do with Elon's money. Holy shit. With Elon's money, we could transform multiple nations, just not our own. Knicks fan passed out at a parade. Woman saves his life. Bro immediately tries to kiss her. Insane. What? What? I didn't see anything. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. If he fainted, he's probably not in the right frame of mind. And then on top of that, it sounds like their team just won. Or somebody scored or something was going on at the time. I don't know. Incidentalomas. They are trained to be gatekeepers to your health. Yeah, except for the fact that they take an oath. They have legal obligations and can and do get sued into fucking oblivion, losing their license for life. If they misdiagnose or mistreat patients. The fuck you mean you want AI to take over all medical professionals' jobs? Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, taking a break from Xitter is like therapy in itself. Elmo has turned this place into such a cesspool. Jesus. Ew. You're being oppressed by the bottom 2% of society. Gee, I wonder if he realizes there is no bottom 2%. There isn't rich fucks, Simpson families all over America, and then 2% of people who are the real poor ones. So desperate they cause all the crime, buy all your houses, price you out of groceries. Oh, God. And go to war with Iran. Oh, boy. I'd say something right now, but I won't. The moment when a man catches the woman he met online and took on vacation by covering her plane ticket trying to sneak out at 12:30 at night. Why are you taking someone you met online away? What are you doing? Stop falling for OnlyFans girls. Or, Or, she can go wherever the fuck she wants. If she's sneaking, usually that means she's worried what will happen if she wants to leave, but he won't let her. And what makes her an OnlyFans girl anyway? She look like the type that rejects guys like you? Yeah. Yes, there were misdemeanors punishable with jail time. When you are in bond for those misdemeanors, instead of sitting in jail until your hearing, you are agreeing to not commit any other crimes or leave the state before that hearing. When you commit other crimes, especially violent felonies, that instantly revokes your bond. Especially when you don't show up to your hearing because you're in jail in another country for committing other crimes. Yeah. Judge overstepping authority is MAGA cultist speak for it's not right to be fact checked and called out and serve consequences for doing bad and illegal things. We're supposed to get away with everything under dump. Dump, dump, dump on the ump. Yeah, whatever. Stop hugging the side of a massive truck just to match its speed. It is incredibly dangerous. Bump your speed up or tap your brakes and slide in behind. If you aren't passing, move over. That looks as dumb is when Clark Griswold ended up underneath that logging truck in Christmas Vacation. This is Trump donor and Mar-a-Lago neighbor John Cafaro, who got the no-bid contract to install a water purification system. He has 2 prior convictions. Ugh! Ugh. I've been seeing cultists cry all day about pieces of flaking paint at the reflecting pool. Is that the right hashtag? Is that the right hashtag? Or is it not? I don't know. Did he deserve to be fired? Fuck you. Does that seem right to you? Yes. And it's not your business anyway. That's up to the company. That's that whole free enterprise thing, remember? That's all it is. It's one big grift. The guy does too. He looks like a fucking ventriloquist dummy. Does it surprise anybody? He has 2 prior convictions. So we can safely assume kickbacks to the Trump crime family were involved, eh? Duh! What the hell else do you think it was? Freaking maggot cultists have been whining and crying all damn day on Xitter. All damn day on here. How dare Democrats take flakes of paint out of the reflecting pool? That's our nation's monument. It's our nation's reflecting pool. Yeah? And Trump fucking ruined it like he ruins everything else. And why do you think it's ruined? Because he hired one of his goon friends who is obviously completely inept, cannot do the job, use the shoddiest materials. How many millions of our tax dollars did they use to do that renovation? How many millions of your tax dollars, you maggot cultists, did they just steal from you? If the job had to be done, which it didn't, it would have been done right on your dime. It wasn't. You're going to bitch at people taking pieces of the paint that doesn't even belong there, the paint that was never supposed to be slapped on there. Next thing you know, I'm going to see all of you idiots bitch about the baby duck that's been floating around. If that's what's going to happen. I am. I'm surprised the cultists don't blame the little baby duck that all the news stations are showing having a good old time swimming around in the algae. Oh my God. Normally, I don't condone violence either. Maybe in cases like these. Probably should be made. Once you start gaming on PC, that console shit dead, not gonna lie. Finally got a gaming PC after high school just for me to use it for a month and go right back to console. If a game is only available on PC, that's when I'll use it. Exactly. I follow the games, I don't follow the platform. In my opinion, as a very avid gamer, since I was like 5 years old, maybe even before that, hell, NES wasn't even our first console. I was always of the contention that if you're really about gaming, fuck what setup you have. You know, fuck making sure you have the best TV. Fuck making sure you have the best keyboard. It's about the game, okay? It's like when you're playing the actual games. There are games that I wish they would have made sequels to. There are games that they still could be making sequels to. And these series are like maybe 2 or 3 generations old. And if these companies, if these developers, I always said, like for Xenosaga series, which has got to be one of, if not my all-time favorite RPG, they could come back because it was originally supposed to be 6 games. It was supposed to be 6 episodes, and they condensed it down to 3. And you can really feel the crunch in episode 3. It was still a great game, but the story is so intricate. The universe, everything is just so monumental. I don't think there is any other science fiction or fantasy universe that I have ever seen or read or experienced that is as complex as in the Xenosaga series. And I so wish they would come back and make more sequel episodes. And I always said they could do it if they would do it. They could do it with the tech that they used for the PS2 era. They could release them if they could somehow for PS2 and not for PS5 generation if they wanted to. I would pay full price for those games. I'd reserve them and everything because The games were so awesome, it doesn't matter if they don't greatly upgrade the graphics. It doesn't matter to me. There's a lot of people, they complain about graphics. They want the best of the best, top of the line, cutting edge all the time. How about fucking playing the game? How about playing the game, experiencing it, and getting to know that world? You know, I'm not interested in if it's PC versus console. I'm not interested in platform. I'm interested in the game. It just so happens I have been mostly a Sony girl my whole life because I'm sorry, like anything Xbox exclusive, anything people were really big on from the Xbox, from Microsoft, just didn't appeal to me. It just didn't seem sophisticated enough. I tried to get into certain games. I tried to get into Fallout, you know, and other games like that. And it's just, no, there's some disconnect there. And there's still plenty of games that are Sony exclusive that you can't get on other consoles. And I don't even know if you can get Horizon on PC. Could you? This is how it's always been. If I want the game bad enough, I will get whatever console I need to play it. Or maybe if I don't have the console and they have a PC version, okay, then I'll get the PC version. There are very few instances in which I've had to do that. There are a couple of games that are PC only that are like indie titles, but you know what? I checked out one of them just last night. Gameplay runtime is like 2 hours, and it's a bad Resident Evil clone. Just bad. I mean, it looks okay. You know, they put in a lot of effort to make it look okay, but that's what I'm talking about. They got all of those stereotypical details down about a Resident Evil style third person survival horror game, but ultimately, it's not those graphics. It's the game itself. There's no storyline. There's no widening mystery. There's no full complement of files. There's like one boss fight. It's just, I don't know. Too many PC games are just crap. I think the only thing I have ever used PC for gaming wise is MechWarrior and and that's because somebody else got me into it. The mechs are scary. So that's why I got really excited about it. It's very exhilarating to me to play MechWarrior. Although the new one kind of sucks, if you want my honest opinion. And then I use my PC, you know, for emulators to play games I've already played. I use my PC to run emulators for cockamamie little games that I could never find or I barely remember playing from when I was like 12. That's basically it. Everything I've ever loved, everything I've ever really been into, I just get on Sony. MechWarrior, I couldn't imagine ever using a controller for it. I gotta use a keyboard for it, and even then, I'm not good at torso twisting. But like RPGs, Silent Hills, Resident Evils, Kuons, and Haunting Grounds, and Clock Towers, and shit like that, I have to use a controller. And yeah, with some emulated games, I use a controller through the PC. In fact, I'm taking a break from Expedition 33. I played the whole fucking game, Breath of Fire 2, in this past week, that I have been taking a break from Expedition 33. And I didn't use a controller for that because it's fucking SNES. So the whole game only takes like 3 buttons to operate. But again, it was a console game. I don't trust people that, get into a pissing contest over who has the better PC setup. That's nice. You're a real big gamer now, right? You got the expensive PC and you got the big ass gaming chair. So, like, when are you going to start talking about the games? Because that's what I'm interested in. I don't know. I will always go off on a tangent surrounding gaming. Louis Bates and Mark Wilson, the Hartlepool sex beasts who abducted a 13-year-old schoolgirl, took her to a remote track, and took turns raping her, have been released. These monsters enticed the girl into their car, drove her to an isolated spot, and subjected her to half an hour. They left her bleeding profusely and not able to walk. She was physically sick when she got home and taken to the hospital. Sam Hunter helped lure her in and got a lighter sentence. 15 years for gang raping a child, and now they're back on the streets. How many more victims before these monsters are kept locked up for good? You know what? I think we should do a thing by Social Security number where all of this shit goes up for a national vote. Everything would be settled in like a matter of days. You could use your precious AI to make sure Social Security numbers match registered voters. They match actual living people. You could use AI to count them all, like in no time, and recount them and count them a third time. And we have a straight up popular vote on all of these important issues. And this is the reason motherfuckers like this are never going to be put away for good. This is the reason why religious fundamentalists are going to keep bitching with women about what they do at their doctor's office. This is the reason pedophiles will continue to run this country, and people will still suck the asses of billionaires and trillionaires, is because if we did have a popular vote on the subject of molesters getting mandatory, like, life sentences, we wouldn't have a problem with pedophiles anymore. They'd all be given a mandatory life sentence. And that would be it. That would be the people speaking right there, candidly. We would also, of course, put the whole abortion and women's rights issues to rest, because the overwhelming majority of this country would say, shut the fuck up about what women do with their bodies, and then it would be settled. We have a popular vote, just like that, over gay people. Whether they should be allowed to exist, whether they should be allowed to get married, the overwhelming majority of this country would say, shut the fuck up about gay people. Leave them alone. This is why these people will never go to prison for life. This is why we will continue to have pedophiles running this country. This is why we have Epstein. This is why we have billionaires and trillionaires. Because if they did hold this shit to a vote, they would know right then and there exactly what the American people want and what America is. And they don't want it. Especially, like, pretty much only conservative, right-wing Republicans, racists, misogynists, everything that's fucking evil in destroying this country. They can't have that. They can't have a popular vote on the subject of abortion, because then they'd never be allowed to bring it up again. They can't have a national popular vote on the subject of trans people, because then they'd never be allowed to bring it up again. They would lose, in case you're not following very well. But whatever. My voice is getting hoarse. I need something to drink. I promise anybody that watches my gaming that I will be back for Expedition 33 again. I just was totally into it, and I'm at the monolith on my second run, and it's like, just like that, I've kind of dropped off. So I'm gonna finish it, because I have to finish it and get the second ending. It's just, I'm just taking a break now. So